there, Stampers. I have a fun video for you showing you how to use your 6x6 designer paper to make a small gift bag. And this is the best thing to do when you have a special like Stampin' Up's 15% off designer paper special. So I'm going to show you how I made this bag. I'm going to walk you through the steps of scoring it, and then I will show you the steps of assembling it. So we are going to start with this 6x6 piece of paper. We actually need two of them, same pattern. You want to make sure they're both going in the same direction. If they're not, it's going to be a little tricky when you go to fold over the flap. If there is a design, make sure that your 1-inch flap, which you're going to see in just a second, that your 1-inch flap is at the top. So your design is facing, well, if I'm doing my 1-inch score line, your design is going to be facing to your right. So here we go. I'm going to do this here. I've got my 1-inch score line, and then I'm going to score the other 3 sides at 1.5 inches. So 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches, and 1.5 inches. And you're going to do that on both sides, both pieces of paper here. Like I said, you're going to try and keep your pattern the same. If I can do that, let's see. This is pretty similar. Okay, so this is my 1-inch side right here, facing to the right over here. And then I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to score 1.5 inches, and once more 1.5 inches. So on 3 sides, 1.5 inches, and on one side you're just scoring 1 inch. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to cut my corner. Actually, I'm going to start by scoring it using my bone folder and burnishing these fold lines. So I know that I want the green on the outside. This is a Christmas bag. The other one I'm going to show you is more of an all-occasion bag. And both of these are using the Christmas paper, the Tidings 6x6 paper, which is on sale until tonight, 15% off. I'm going to do that, like that. Actually, nope, I didn't want to do it that way. I want the rest. I want this out, and I want everything else to be scored with my pattern facing out. There we go. Once more, one more. Nice if this was perfectly to the edge. Make that nice and even. Okay, so that's one. Again, find your 1-inch score line. Here is my 1-inch score line. I want that facing out. And then everything else, I'm going to have the pattern in. So I'm going to burnish the edges again with my bone folder. And once more with this. There we go. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is with the, I'm going to cut some corners. So we have our 2 pieces of paper, and like I said, this is an all-occasion bag, so this, I wanted it to look like this. What I'm going to do is cut on one piece, I'm going to cut out the 2 corners, which I've already done. You can see both corners are missing on one piece. On the second piece, I am going to cut to the inside score line, and then I'm going to fold that over. So I've already burnished this. I like to use my tear and tape, but you can also use liquid glue if you want. What I'm going to do here, and let me move my score tool out of the way, I'm going to use my tape, and because I know this is going to go, there we go, right here, it's going to fit right into this hole, because this is going to line up right there. Okay, hopefully that makes sense to you. I'm going to add some tear and tape here and here. Then I'm going to remove it and attach this bag right there. So make sure they're all nicely lined up. And flip that down. So there we go. And now we have our bag. The next thing I'm going to do is I have to score these fold lines. This is the bottom of the bag right here. I'm going to fold these in, and then I can put some tear and tape on these. You don't need a whole lot, just a little bit. Like that. That's going to be on the inside of my bag. There we go. And then I'm going to choose which side is best for the front of my bag. So I think, and whatever you do, the front of your bag is going to be the part that folds towards the back. So I'm going to attach, and this is going to be the front of my bag. I'm going to put the tear and tape here and here. Maybe I'll even put some more on the inside, really stabilize it. Just like that. Okay, peel your little pieces away. And then what I'm going to do next is first, this part of the bag is going to go up. If you wanted to, and I didn't say this, but I like to, when I have corners like this, I like to miter them a little bit, kind of triangle, cut a tiny little triangle out. You want to do that before you add your tear and tape so you don't end up making something stick by accident. But I forgot that part. There we go. And one more. There we go. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, because I've got my tear and tape here, I'm going to attach here and there. And then I'm going to peel away these pieces. Sign of a creative person is a messy desk, right? That's what they say. Well, I'm definitely messy here. Go like this, and I'm going to attach right there, just like that. I like to use my bone folder to make sure it's attached on the inside, just like that. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. Attach it just like that. And there we go. Voila, we got this cute little gift bag. The other thing I'm going to do is just take a tiny bit of glue, if I can, and I'm just going to put a tiny dab under here. So this is going to lay down flat for me. And I'm going to do that on this side too. For the most part, I think the rest is going to stay down just nicely. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take my Crop-A-Dile. You can use any hole punch you have. Since Stampin' Up! Doesn't have a hole punch right now, use whatever works for you. And I'm going to just punch a hole on both sides. And then I'm going to take some ribbon. This is the Flowers for Every Season ribbon. I like this plaid ribbon. And what I'm going to do is, I want to do it from the inside. I think so. I'm going to do it from the inside, and then I'm going to make a knot. Just pull that snug, just like that. And then we're going to do it to the other side. I have to have some extra ribbon, so let me just, about there, I think. Once again, I'm going to go from the inside to the outside. Pull that through. And then I am going to just tie myself a little knot. And I'm going to leave myself a little bit so I can clean up my edge right there. There we go. Isn't that cute? So we're going to do this. Now the only thing left to do is to decorate my bag. I can put a nice little tag on there. I can put some leaves, maybe even flower, something, and then fill your gift bag with something special. If I wanted to do this with a 12 by 12 bag piece of paper, you'd need two 12 by 12 inch pieces of paper. Remember here, I said the top edge is 1 inch and the sides are 1.5 inches, as well as the bottom. So 3 sides are scored at 1.5 inches. the top is scored at 1 inch. Well, you're going to just double that for your 12 by 12 piece of paper. At least for simplicity's sake, we're going to say that. So at the top, instead of 1 inch, you're going to fold it over 2 inches. And on the sides, on each of the sides and on the bottom, the 3 sides that are left over, you're going to score it at 3 inches. And then you're going to do the same thing on one piece, cut out the 2 bottom corners. On the second piece, cut in from the sides just to your middle score line and attach them just like I did this. Decorate your bag and you've got a great bag for Christmas. Now this is great for the paper hoarders that I know are out there because I'm one myself. Or if you've got some gifts that you want to give people, this is just a great way to give it to them. You have lots of paper and the paper is on sale right now, so there's no excuse not to have fun making these bags. Thank you for joining me today and have a wonderful day.